I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. So the Minnesota Vikings signed James Lynch and released JoeJuan Williams. I think it makes perfect sense. Definitely the move I would have made, especially if it came down to having to choose between the two. Now you talk about James Lynch, of course you're picking him over JoeJuan Williams. Why? Because he's an interior defensive lineman. And we know that's the Vikings weakest point, weakest link on the team, even overall, dog. That's the weakest link on the team, homeboy. Hands down, man down. That interior D line and that interior offensive line. But I would say the D line, finding a big dog and elite player, huh? Somebody who can really stand firm up front with the big boys. Oh, that's more important right now on the defensive side of the ball, dog. But yes, you choose James Lynch over JoeJuan Williams, dog. The Vikings need bodies. They need more talent. Now, James Lynch is a guy. He played some solid ball before his injury, but he hasn't really had the Brian Flores experience. And we know what Brian Flores does for players and does for defenses, homie. He took a piss poor, trash, atrocious, last in the league in every category, Minnesota Vikings defense, and turned it into a top 15 in every category. Some categories rank top 5, top 10. You hear me? And he did that in 1 year, dog, with the lack of talent, right? Now you see him getting his players, getting the guys he wants in the building. But James Lynch, it could go either way, But he has some nice plays, he has nice agility, nice speed for his size, solid athleticism. But he is coming off ACL injury, and that's tough. That's a tough spot for him being a D lineman. That's where all his weight is most of the game, dog. You hear me? Period, bottom line. So that's another big question. The biggest question: can he stay healthy? Can he be available? Him as a backup? Oh yeah, believe in him tremendously, though. Heavy. Now, can he come in and have a breakout season and just, blow the roof off? He could. Under Brian Flores, he could. I think it's definitely he hasn't reached his ceiling yet. And like I say, he's made some nice plays since he's been a Viking. You hear me? So solid backup, but you need that right now if you're the Vikings. You definitely need that. Yeah, you definitely need that, man. No doubt about it. So James Lynch gives you that. And some may say JoeJuan Williams maybe deserve more reps, deserve more opportunities. Now he is a big cornerback. I thought he had the potential to perform well for the Vikings, especially under Brian Flores. So like I say, some may say he didn't get a fair shot or he didn't get some fair reps. You say, are you taking him over Andrew Booth? I think so. Andrew Booth, he's done nothing yet. He has a lot to prove. I'll get to that later, though. But as far as which cornerback are you taking, him or Booth? I'm going with JoeJuan Williams, though. Now, maybe the Vikings know something or seen something. They just seen enough, But it seemed like they were kind of second guessing him anyway. You hear me? I was mad when they released him or when the Bears signed him. I think it was too soon. But like I say, dog, maybe he just couldn't or can't get it done. And the Vikings probably feel comfortable with letting him go because they got two rookies coming in that I think will be competing for starting jobs or definitely some second string reps, dog. Two big rookies, big in stature, tall, long, fast. So very similar traits, dog. What is it, McLaughlin or what's his name? McClendon? No, probably saying the dude name wrong, but you know what I'm talking about, man. The UDFA from Arkansas, homie. Yeah, he definitely. I'm surprised how he wasn't drafted, dog. And you got Kyrie Jackson. You heard me? So two big, long corners, talented corners, man. I'm telling you, they could be competing early, dog, early. So yeah, so I get why they're comfortable with releasing JoeJuan Williams heavy. But them other corners, Caleb Evans, Andrew Booth, even Byron Murphy, Mekhi Blackman, they better be ready, homie. They better be ready to play ball and compete, dog. Competitive, dog. Nothing given, homie. Everything earned, right? Oh, yeah. Them boys coming to play, dog. 1,000, huh? I guarantee that. They coming to play hard, boy. But yeah, so James Lynch over JoeJuan Williams, I'm definitely cool with that. Not gonna hear no gripes from my side. You heard me? James Lynch, I wish him the best, man. I hope he can perform well. If he can come in and be that guy and really be a big dog, just contribute at a high level, dog, week in, week out, get pressure on that quarterback consistently. Oh man, that's a plus right there. That's a plus right there, homie. But if the Vikings would have had more money to work with, to maneuver with, they could have got a guy like Christian Wilkinson, et cetera, et cetera. See, players want to come, I'm sure, but the Vikings this year, they're getting over that salary cap fiasco, dog. They're almost done with it. Almost done with it. Then Quasi can really cook and get it shaking, homie. Next year they got what, 100+ mil in the cap. Oh yeah, they good, man. Now watch how many players come rolling in. Now I'm sure they can grab a elite D lineman, homie, elite cornerback. Yeah, changes everything, changes the game, baby. You can have nice facilities, all that, but even if some players, even if they don't like a certain environment, a certain area, they'll go with the bread, dog. Especially if they're looking for next big contract or final big contract, homie. They'll go to a place they may not even like nothing about it, bro, and still accept that contract because of that guapino. Now I'm not saying all of them, but majority, yeah, it is a business. Don't forget, NFL is a business, homie. They got to get their bread while they can, right? But to some people, it's more about the bread, especially once they made a certain amount. They care about legacy, winning rings, winning championships, being on winning teams, dog. You hear me? So it is what it is. Watch how things shake out, man, when the Vikings can really offer big bucks, the big guapino, huh? Make real maneuvers, homie. Yeah. Yeah, heavy, man. But yeah, that's when you start seeing the tide turn, homie. Heavy, the tables turn, boy. Skol Vikes, man. But yeah, James Lynch, man. Shout out James Lynch. Back in the building, dog. I think at this point the Vikings are just trying to piece it together best they can. I feel like Brian Flores definitely believes in his edge rushers and his edge players. Now they're just trying to figure out how they can bring more talent on the D line and the back end. You hear me? Cornerback especially. They got Shaq Griffin. That's cool. They drafted some players, look very good, but still they got to prove it. They got to prove themselves. Nothing is guaranteed. But at the end of the day, I like the moves. I definitely like the moves that they are making. With little to zero resources at this point. Choices, all that. I mean, there's some receivers out there, but do they really need a receiver? Like we all like I always say, you can never have enough depth, right? But do they really need a receiver, right, dog? Much rather see a guard in the building, homie. Nose tackle, big boy in the building. You hear me? So that's where I'm at with it, man. But yeah, JoeJuan Williams out the building, James Lynch in the building. We'll see how the Vikings do, man. How you feel about it? How you feel about James Lynch? Fire them comments up. Feedback is much appreciated. You hear me? Big SKOL here. SKOL Vikes forever. Win, lose, or draw. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as well. Hit that notification bell, man. Takes less than 1 second. Support the grind. Support the channel. SKOL Vikes forever, man. Heavy. Yeah.